For decades, the message was simple. Go to college, get a degree, build a career, and secure your future. It was repeated in classrooms, reinforced by parents, and embedded into culture. But something is changing, and it's changing fast. Across the United States, more women are quietly stepping away from that traditional path and moving towards something very different: blue-collar work.
Hi, my name is Gabriela Arroyo. I'm graduating as a plumber, mechanical plumber.
My name is Joy Gonzalez. I'm graduating from ABC SoCal at my 4th year as an electrical apprentice.
Not as a backup plan, not as a last resort, but as a deliberate choice.
I started out at a university. They shut down. Cost was too much, wasn't worth it. I wanted an essential job, like most Gen Zs, I'm assuming. Transitioned into trade school.
And once you start looking at the data, the shift becomes impossible to ignore. Women now make up nearly half of the U.S. labor force, around 47%, and their influence on the job market continues to grow. But where they are choosing to work and how they define success is evolving. The rise of women in skilled trades, construction, transportation, and other blue-collar sectors signals something deeper than just a career trend. It signals a redefinition of what opportunity looks like. So what's driving it? The first reason is money, and not in the way most people expect. For years, college was sold as the safest path to financial stability, but the numbers are becoming harder to ignore. Many blue-collar jobs are now offering salaries that rival or even exceed traditional white-collar careers, without the burden of student debt. In fact, some skilled trades are reaching six-figure incomes, especially in fields facing labor shortages. At the same time, the cost of college has exploded.
What's happened over the years is that burden of paying for college has shifted from state taxpayers to the families themselves. And so now we're seeing that more and more schools are relying on tuition to get a bulk of their funding.
Tuition has more than doubled over the past 2 decades, leaving many graduates with significant debt before they even start earning. And for a growing number of women, that equation no longer makes sense. Why spend years in school and accumulate debt, only to enter a competitive job market with uncertain returns? Instead, many are choosing to earn immediately, build skills quickly, and maintain financial control from the start. But money is only part of the story. The second reason is stability. There is a quiet realization spreading across younger generations. Not all jobs are equally vulnerable to change, and increasingly, white-collar roles, especially entry-level ones, are being reshaped by automation and artificial intelligence. Surveys show that a large percentage of young workers believe AI will reduce traditional office job opportunities in the near future. Many now see skilled trades as more resistant to automation, offering a level of job security that desk jobs can no longer guarantee. This matters, because when people think about the future, they're not just thinking about income, they're thinking about longevity. A job that can't easily be replaced by software starts to look very attractive. And this is where blue-collar work gains an unexpected advantage. You can automate spreadsheets, you can automate reports, but you can't easily automate a plumber fixing a broken pipe in real time. You can't automate an electrician troubleshooting a wiring issue inside a home. These roles require physical presence, adaptability, and problem-solving in unpredictable environments. And women are recognizing that. The third reason is opportunity. For a long time, blue-collar industries were seen as closed off to women, and the numbers still show a gap. In construction, for example, women make up roughly 11% of the workforce, even after years of growth. But that gap is starting to shift. Over the past decade, the number of women in construction has increased significantly, with some estimates showing a 45% rise. And in recent months, women have accounted for a large share of new job growth in certain sectors, signaling momentum rather than stagnation. That momentum is being driven by something important: access. Trade schools, apprenticeship programs, and vocational training are becoming more accessible and more targeted. These programs don't just teach skills, they create direct pathways into employment. Unlike traditional college routes, which can feel abstract or disconnected from real-world outcomes, Trade programs are immediate and practical. You learn a skill and you use it. And for many women, that clarity is powerful. The fourth reason is control. There is a growing desire for autonomy in the modern workforce. Many traditional office roles come with rigid structures, limited flexibility, and unclear advancement paths. In contrast, blue-collar work often offers a more direct relationship between effort and reward. You can see your progress, you can measure your output, and in many cases, you can eventually work for yourself. This is especially appealing in a world where career paths are becoming less predictable. Women are not just looking for jobs, they're looking for control over their time, income, and trajectory. And skilled trades offer that in a way many corporate roles do not. The fifth reason is culture. For decades, society framed success in a very narrow way. A degree meant intelligence. A desk job meant success. And anything outside that model was often undervalued. But that perception is breaking down. Social media, changing economic realities, and shifting cultural narratives are redefining what success looks like. Skilled workers are no longer invisible. They are visible, respected, and increasingly influential. And women are stepping into that visibility. But here's where the story becomes more complex. Even as more women enter blue-collar fields, challenges remain. Representation is still low in many trades. In some apprenticeship programs, women account for less than 10% of participants. In certain skilled roles, the percentage is even lower, and workplace culture can still be a barrier. But that's exactly why this shift matters. Because it's not just about women entering these fields, it's about reshaping them. Every new entrant changes the environment, the expectations, and the future of the industry. And over time, those changes compound. There's also an important contradiction worth noting. While blue-collar opportunities are growing, job satisfaction in these roles is mixed. Studies show that only about 43% of blue-collar workers report being highly satisfied with their jobs, and concerns about pay and working conditions remain common. So why are women still choosing this path? Because for many, the trade-offs are worth it. Lower debt, faster entry into the workforce, greater job security, tangible skills. And in many cases, a clearer sense of purpose. That combination is powerful, and it's changing the equation. This isn't a rejection of education. It's a recalibration of what education means. Instead of a 4-year degree, it might be a 2-year certification. Instead of lectures, it might be hands-on training. Instead of theory, it's application. And that shift reflects something deeper happening in the economy. The idea that there is only one path to success is disappearing. In its place, multiple paths are emerging. And for many women, the blue-collar path is becoming one of the most compelling options available. Not because it's easy, but because it's real. It offers something that many traditional career paths no longer guarantee: a direct connection between effort, skill, and reward. And that's hard to ignore. So the next time someone says success only comes from a college degree, take a closer look. Because across the country, a quiet shift is happening. Women are picking up tools instead of textbooks. They're choosing skill over status. And they're redefining what success looks like on their own terms. Now here's the question. If more women continue choosing blue-collar careers over college, does that signal a smarter shift in the economy, or a deeper problem with the traditional education system? At Machine Minds, your opinion matters to us. Until next time, take care.